Aloha Rifters, how's it going? It's Kiwi here and I am over on PTS. What a busy day it's been, what a busy couple of weeks, what a full-on time for everybody as 2.3 got announced, as free-to-play got announced and has been implemented, and what a lot of news we've had to absorb. In the process of that, I've had a couple of major Dimension projects go on and I've completed them, thanks to Ruby and Dragon as well helping me out and coming on over to Salethus and kicking with me. We were able to pull off some amazing projects which I look forward to sharing with you. And on top of that, my guild, in the wake of the news, there's been a lot of good feedback and there's been some not so good for the in-game progression side of things, and my guild that I absolutely love, Tabula Rasa, have stepped back from raiding as a full-time raid. So that news kind of swept me away too, and amongst getting ready for 2.3 and getting back on track too after the times that I've had off. So it's been full on for everybody. And today I thought I'd come over and quickly get on into PTS and show you around. Bought myself a green panda mount and got all coordinated and everything to kick it out in the Dendron. Had no intention of really being here too long, but I've been here all day. It's been overload on not just the store, amazing variety of things right across the game, from raiding to PvP to costumes to pets to trinkets to everything. It's been full on. So and on top of that, of course, the Dimension stuff. So I came over here with intentions of maybe an hour max, but yeah, turned around and kicked my butt. So we went and realised we also could get Omen Sign and use it, and so I had to run around and get a little bit twisted, get myself an hour's mead and a Dagler's duck, you know, as you do for PTS. I'm digging the humour for this patch that's coming. I'm in High-LOL or High-LOL, and it's places like High-Mad. The most sexiest particular master is right here. He's the cutest. I think he's just freaking adorable, so that's why I'm here. And then you've got just all these colours, different colours going on, you know? These blood reds, pinks and wines, and splashed in with this vast desert of hives, and built up, you know, I'm gonna say it, it's like AQ. It's a lot like AQ from WoW. It's just that same buzz as it does, but I mean, every hive's gonna look alike, right? There's only so much you can do with a hive. So here I am at Dendron, and would you know it, the shops. So I can't share too much on the shop with you like I intended sitting here at High-LOL. I can't share too much with you on prices. My memory has been fried. Looking at them, things are pretty steep, but they're meant to be. There's a logical thought process in this, and I don't think things are meant to be easy to really get, but they're also not too hard to get either. And I'm gonna see what happens when I hit this. Then there's these plants that you can hit on and stuff, and they throw you up in the air, which is pretty cool, something poppers. But so I have no qualms with the prices. The other beauty of this is knowing Dimensions the way I do, and the people that build them, and how passionate we are about Dimensions. I would highly suggest also copying characters over here and staying over here, and you know, getting fully absorbed via PTS, where you can copy your character and have your endless resources and really get stuck into it that way, and look at putting your projects together, so by the time you do get them, you know what you're doing. Or if you want to share a build, do so via the PTS. Nothing is stopping us. It is down sometimes it can be closed, but it happens. It's, you know, would highly recommend. So the first thing we're going to do, I had all these plans, they've gone out the window, because I'm now having a beer with you, and we're just going to hang. I'll have all the prices for the dimensions up under here. I'll have links to what's the most exciting news before we head into the dimensions that I've set up. The most exciting news is loyalty. The loyalty rewards are going to be Regulus's room, which just makes me grin ear to ear because it is one of the most exquisite lit rooms in this game. I'm not into the death theme at all, but the light in Regulus's room, a lot of people will not get to see it, and that you're going to get to see it via loyalty rewards is amazing. Crucia's room is also available, so we'll see how they're going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to do my best to get Regulus, you know, because that room is just amazing. So I've set up 2 dimensions over here on PTS. They'll be up, they'll stay up, they'll be there for however long, until the next ones come, I guess, or until 2.3. Everybody's dimensions come over with them, of course, and I've set up on my alts Hylal and Temple of the Abandoned. I filled them with the new stuff. It's pretty simple. We're going to go into Hylal first, which was the dimension that Elra took us into with Dead Simon and Dagla while they were having 2.3 and free-to-play talks not so long ago. So he showed us around real brief. I've set this up minimalistic down here. I put up the moss huts that are available in Temple's Bay that came out with 3 springs. I set them up here so you could have a look because we weren't able to run inside them. You'll see the boundaries there and how small this is as we run around. This one goes a little bit further out so you won't see a boundary, so you get to enjoy how big this moss hut is. So once again, they're in Tempest Bay. You can get a package with a few of them in it for over a K plat, maybe 1,150. Then you can buy them separately too if you're only wanting 1 or 2. So this boundary goes out here, so you have this to build from. So there's those pinks going on that were outside where we were at the Porticulum, and here's this beautiful blood red that's just striking and exquisite and so unusual in Rift. Never really paid attention or had the pleasure to, so having that splash of colour is great. But speaking of pleasures, earlier when the PTS was down, I had the pleasure of catching up with our friend Sione. It is always great to catch up with Sione. We have so much in common and we're also so very different. But as far as, I believe, as far as what we initially look at in anything, we have the same taste and stuff, and she knows that I carry around a conquest light with me everywhere. And one of the first things she brought up was, you know, make sure you have your conquest light with you when you go in there and have a good look at what it looks like with it. So you're going to love this. If you're not into these pinks and this reds, you might be into this mulberry blue look that goes on with Conquest. It goes from this whimsical, almost vibrant to this mystical, silvery vibe that is quite exquisite. So I wanted to show you this pool and to say hey to Sione. Great catching up with you earlier. Have missed you a lot and hope everything's going well. She also knows my love of heading to the roof in places, so told me to make ensure that I did it here. And once again, as we look around and you see all this pink that might not appeal to a lot of people, especially our guys, the one good thing about this place, or one of the many good things, is you head to the roof here and a whole new world opens up. And I've put all the plants up here for everybody's pleasure. It's all about pleasure, I think, this dimension. And you come up here and it's a whole new world. It's like they've gone up and not out, over in Dendrome, and that is amazing to see because as I found out in Dormant Core, there's a lot that can go on upstairs, you know. So you get to have these exquisite views. You get to think about maybe building a cross and closing that all in. You think about you've got this little highway of beauty going on, and I've set out all these exquisite splashes of colour that Tryon have given us. Great names like Bleeding Hearts and White Spot Favours and Violet Twist Fever and all these magentas and pinks and apricots and blues and whites, and there's everything. And it's just the shapes too. A lot of them either go up or out or down, or look at this. How vibrant is that? I know a lot of colour lovers will be drooling in the store, and I love the little things that come off some of this stuff. I'm going to put down my conquest light while I'm up here too, actually. Did I leave it down there? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Let me see. Oh, here's one there. So let me just put this down and see what it looks like up here. So you see once more all of the colours and the plants and the surroundings. What Conquest does. Our light projectors, I tried the earth, the fire, the water, all of them, the life, and they all give this colour. So it would depend on what you want the sky up there to look like. So I'm going to take that with me, and this is one of the rooms in here. Look at this. Isn't that stunning? So you have this great ambience going on. Up here you can get away from the pinks and that if you want to. They're very, very mild up here. Got this lemon gold brick going on, or you can come down here and really revel in everything that's going on around this place. So this is Hilo. I'll have the sizes, the capacity, the prices all downstairs, so you can have all this information. And I have the moss houses set up here for your convenience, and upstairs is all the plants that you can stop in and have a look and see via the store if it's up, which it isn't right now, what they look like. So we're going to go now into the second dimension, the Temple of the Abandoned, which I've set up with all the new items. This was probably what took me a little while today, getting all the new stuff, putting them in a way that would be easy for everybody to have a look if they wanted to. Plus I just had so much pleasure looking at each item. Tryon really have been listening. I've loved a lot of the PvP items, and it's great to see, especially some of the PvP items come out. It's great to see the new textures, colours, from the flooring to the doors to the lighting. Here's one of the orange lights right here that you can buy. It's epic or rare in quality for New Year's. Let me get out of this for a second, my midget views. There's lots of mechanical and innate moving objects, so many things that I know people will want to look at. Once again, I'm not breaking down the prices, not going into too much detail with these things at all. And I just realised I forgot to put down the Rainmaker that was with us on the first beta in the other dimension, which is there, but not to worry, we'll do it. It's coming, and a lot of us have been wanting to see it. That were on the first beta for Dimensions, had a lot of fun with it. It does rain inside your house if you do have it, so that's one of the downfalls. But look at these blues and reds that we've got coming to us, and look at this black marble, my favourite. That's going to be the same, and my favourite lamppost as well. Inside PvP and in Sanctum that I absolutely enjoy. So we've got triangles, we've got spheres, we've got lots of different textures. I've laid them out so you can see them all. New windows, this one lights up real pretty too, by the way. I have the Conquest light up here. Let me take it out for a second. Yeah, I was looking for it before. I was wondering what I did with it. I left it here. Let me take it out for a second so you get the natural light in here. Very yellow, very lime yellow, and lemon yellow. These windows and that look like there's lights shining in from them when it's nighttime. They're different shapes, from tiered to rectangle. Then we have our doors and our walls, and we can buy pre-made roofs now too. And there's a special item back there which I'll have a look at later as I come back down here. We're going to run around. I am going to put that conquest light back though, because everything's just way more striking. So then you'll get these like big blues. I'm going to mess around with some sizes so you can see how big and small things go. They can be ornate. There's so many uses I can see for this already. And go from a mirror to something so much more than that. We've got scientific things. Look at that Baradara. Look at that telescope. Look familiar? We've got offering tables, octagons, and this beauty from Codex that I took a photo of last week and was going to make a wish list of my own for me, and this was on it, and it's so great to see it because it's one of those striking ornate things again, and from top to bottom can be turned, flipped sideways, used in so many ways. That's what I like to look at when I'm thinking of an object that would be great for dimensions. There's just so many angles on this baby, and the size of it is quite exquisite. I'm going to close my bag so I look a little bit more tidier. The sizing on this really goes quite large to quite small, so it's really cool, and I dig the light that it throws off. I dig that the light gets even better as you make it smaller, and still has quite a wide range of ambiance. There's different lights from one of the doorway in this room. That's also one of the rooms you can buy, or one of the houses. Mausoleum Square, I think it's called. So there's different lights. Look at that chain. Isn't that chain pretty? Look at that rope that's hanging. There's just so many multi-uses. The pagoda lights. A lot of Japanese architectural lovers out there. Shimisan, for those Fane Retreat fans. We head out to from Boggling to Shimisan to Kalari over in Ember Isles, you know? There's just so much variety, and so many different sizes too, so you can get to really enjoy what it is, what theme you're bringing to your dimension. I've set them all up for you to have the convenience of somewhere to look at everything in case the store's down, like it is for me right now. You can come in here instead, have a look around, and come back again to get the prices. Once again, they are steep, but I highly recommend setting up on the PTS and having a go. You can buy taverns even. You can actually buy like big communal areas. So, you know, it's really like peeling back the imagination even more, and I'm appreciating that Tryon have listened. I'm appreciating the variety. Yes, it's a lot of plat or credits, but we can live within our means for that $15 a month that we were normally paying. And if we also utilise the PTS or work with each other and do things as well. I'm up for the challenge. I love Hilo. I love this. I love the fact that Regulus's rune's coming. I'm probably going to go after that one first because I just love, I have a lot of fond memories now that my guild's retired. This, however, is probably the thing that's making people ooh and ah the most, because it's a sphere, because it has so much colour, because it's so ornate. It has that almost merry-go-round feel to it, doesn't it? And because it can go really quick, or really small. So it's the use of things and how it could fit into any space. Trying to really gone out of their way to make sure they're a little bit more flexible with a lot of the items. And I found a couple of little maybe not intended things and I put in suggestions, so if you do that too, please be positive and constructive and send in. There's stairways, there's lots of things for great building to save time for people. There's lots of great, from the green marbles to the black marbles, and blue lights. My favourite, this blue-white that's going on. My favourite. The metallic to the stone, to the wood, to the limestone, to the slates, the whole works. There's so much, and it's all here for you to come and have a look. Feel free to. And probably the thing I love most, as I show you this one as well, is this. I wanted a Necropolis way back when, and the reason I didn't buy a Necropolis is because of the grass. I like things clean. Take that whatever way you will, but and these little babies came out. Look at that. You get mushrooms from 20-meter radius to a 10-meter radius to a 5-meter radius that just cleans up. See that? See that? I'm going to do it again. So I've been running around all day just throwing mushrooms everywhere. It's been amazing. It's been like so therapeutical, and I know that's going to sound really weird to some people, but for those of you that didn't buy Necropolis because of the grass, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. So, oh yeah. You liking that? I'm liking that. I bought a Necropolis on this character and went and tested it, and it does the same in Necropolis, but they are expensive. It's starting out like something like $720 each, down to like, I don't know, 2 something. So I maybe went $720, $450, 2 something like that. So they're not cheap, so you're going to be using them sparingly, but let's do it again. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, but just I love it. And here is really lemony, really yellowy, and some people are probably thinking I'm crazy right now, but that's cool. The feel in here is really ethereal. You know, you get this real ethereal, almost pastel drawing going on, then you're led into this beautiful ambience created by this stained glass window, these tall roofs. It's just so stunning up here. So you've got this, well, it's temple, and it's definitely abandoned, and it's definitely lending this really ethereal atmosphere. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what people do. I'm going to be back in full swing in the next week or so. I have a ton of projects coming out shortly, and once that's done, I'm back into getting out there. We've gone through a massive moonshade flavor, and I'm kind of waiting for it to pan out a little bit, because everyone that's come to see me has all been about moonshade, which is not a bad thing. However, from a story point of view, I kind of wanted to sit back and then be able to get some more variety so we can appreciate moonshade more and throw it in between some other stories too. So everyone has been doing some great work. It's been fun listening to stories, hearing about them, and containing myself from stopping in so I can enjoy them. And when all of this stuff pans out, when these new dimensions come out, when we get a lot more new players, and everyone starts getting some new flavour going on, I'm looking forward to free-to-play myself from a dimension point of view. I think it's amazing for the community. I think it's great that people are going to get a chance to experience dimensions with us, because they are such an art, and I'm really looking forward to 2.3. No crafting was implemented today, so that's still to be implemented. There are racial changes coming, as said by Dagla, but they were not implemented either. I still wish that the dwarves racial was walking on water, but maybe that can still be implemented, right? And instead of the dwarven brick, that's just a cool factor, because dwarves are cool. And there is so much to look forward to. Regulus's room. A lot of my guildies wanted it. It's coming. Hopefully. There'll be reasons other than, I know Dimensions isn't for everybody, but hopefully there's reasons that people will reignite. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be holding the fort and doing my thing. I'm looking forward to seeing, sharing, being surprised with you with lots of new stories that are coming. I'm looking forward to meeting all the new people coming and finishing the story off with facts and figures and links and so much going on. Thanks for listening, guys. Look forward to really kicking out with you more. And cheers. Free to play 2.3. Let's do it and have